Hello and welcome to this video today. So we're going to be looking at something called cross patterning today, which is basically when you cross over the midline of the body. So you can help to bring into balance the two sides of the brain with this crossing over across the centre line. So we're going to kind of explore that and see how that feels. Quite often we do this within yoga practices without really realizing it. So helping to bring that element of unity between the two sides of the body and the two sides of the brain. So you're just going to begin in a comfortable seated posture. If you need anything under your sit bones, feel free to use that to find a bit more height and length through the spine and opening through your hips. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lift up from the tailbone, feel this extension all the way up to the crown of the head. And then just come to close the eyes or taking a soft gaze as we start to bring the attention, the focus, the awareness more introspectively. You need to notice your breath here. Noticing the subtle inhale and exhale, the rise and fall of the chest, the rib cage. Just start to bring a slightly deeper breath in, using the diaphragm now, so expanding the stomach and the diaphragm lifting, and then on the exhale, the stomach drawing back towards the spine. And cultivating a slightly deeper breath in, but also making sure the exhale is full and complete. And find that rhythm of breath now. You're going to take your left hand and either put the middle finger and the index finger in towards the palm, or you can take it onto your forehead. And you're going to use your ring finger and small finger to close off your right nostril, and you're going to breathe equally in and out 3 times through your left nostril only. So closing off the right, inhaling and exhaling. Just continue with the other 2. Once you've completed those 3, gently release the hand down. Breathe equally 3 times through both nostrils, noticing any sensations, how it feels to have only taken the breath through the left nostril. And then you do the same on the other side with the right hand. Closing off the left with the ring finger and small finger. And once you've completed those 3, release the right hand down. Once again, breathe equally through both nostrils, being aware of any sensations. Okay, and then just allowing your eyes to gently come to open and the focus to get used to the surroundings. I'm going to come over to lie down on your back. So come down however you wish. And then take a moment to bring the shins into the chest. I'm going to cross the right leg over the left and perhaps grab hold of the ankles as you sway from side to side. So just beginning to massage out into the lumbar spine, the sacrum. And then come to switch the cross. And then just come to separate the knees, the legs slightly, and take your hands onto your knees and make some circles. And just keep breathing into the hip, the movement of the ball and socket in the hip joint. And then switch the direction here. Okay, so now coming to extend your legs up to the ceiling. I'm going to just lengthen the tailbone away. So make sure you feel comfortable onto the low back. And then going to extend the arms up as well. So you're in this kind of dead bug position. And try and separate the space between the shoulder blades. At the same time, draw the shoulder blades down the back so they're feeling nice and flush to the mat behind you. I'm going to start to crisscross the legs, so just see which one wants to come over first. So it might be a kind of dominant side wanting to lead, and then crossing over to the other way. So with me, my right leg kind of comes forward and then goes back. So just cross the legs a couple of times like that, and then come back. Keep the feet hip distance. Now I'm going to do it with the arms as well. So you're crossing in the way that feels natural. So it's probably going to be equal as in the right hand in front as well as the right leg. And then switching. So we're kind of crossing the arms and the legs through the center line of the body. And I'm going to take the legs and the arms slightly wider now. Still within controlled range of movement and breathing. And then come back to the center. We're now going to switch. So this time my left arm and left leg are coming across first. And once again, take those arms and legs slightly wider. And then come back to the center. We're now going to switch just the legs and keeping the arms the same. So you have kind of the opposite pattern going on. So a little bit of a brain teaser with this one. And then come back, and we're now going to switch the arms only and keep the legs the same. Okay, great. And then come back to the center. We're going to keep the arms extended now and crisscross the legs, and then begin to bring the core
towards the floor. So really think of that engagement of the abdominals wrapping around the spine, so containing everything like a corset. And then crisscrossing your legs, bring the legs down diagonally towards the wall in front, and then come all the way back up. Keep breathing. So crossing all the way down and coming all the way back up. And just continue with a couple more like this, beginning to kind of engage into the lower abdominals, the transverse abdominals firing as well. And then come all the way back up and hug your shins into the chest. So a small rock from side to side. I'm going to bring the heels down now so your feet are hip distance, so in line with the heads of the hips. Draw the tailbone back and then extend the arms out long, nestle the shoulder blades together and down. So I'm going to inhale to lift your right hand to your left thigh. At the same time, you're slightly twisting the body over to that side, so that kind of crossing the center line. And then exhale down, and then left hand to right leg. Exhale down. Inhale up once again. Exhale down. Think about that containing everything in to the spine. And then the left hand to the right thigh and back down. So this time lift your legs into a Pilates like tabletop, but keeping the feet, the knees hip distance. So we're going to bring the right hand over to the left thigh and then extend the right leg. Bring it back and come back down. Left hand to the right thigh, twist, contain everything in and extend the left leg and then come back. Inhale, right hand to left thigh, extend the right leg and come back. Left hand to right thigh, twist as you lift, extend the left leg and back. So keeping everything contained now, bring your right hand to your right thigh and then come to extend that leg. Bring it back. And take the left hand to the left thigh, extend, and bring it back. So right hand to right thigh, and this time extend the leg and lift the head. And back, left hand to left thigh, extend and lift, and draw back, bringing the shins to the chest, rock from side to side. And then crossing at the heels, take hold of the outer edges of the feet. Begin to roll up and down on the spine. If this doesn't feel great, come to a seated position. I'm going to try and roll all the way through to tabletop. Okay, so in your tabletop position, make sure that your wrists feel comfortable with that placement if they're directly under the shoulders. If that's quite a strong angle on your wrist, just take them slightly further away. Begin to lengthen and broaden the lower back as well as broadening the space between the shoulder blades, and turn the eyes of the elbows towards the wall in front of you. I'm going to tuck the right toes under and extend that right leg back. Just begin to move forward and back, allowing the opening up into the calf muscle. And then come back to the center. Try and keep those four corners engaged. So even though that right leg's lifted, the hip is drawing down and is square to the opposite hip. Lift the leg up and then come to reach the left arm out in front of you. Take a deep breath in, engage the core back so those transverse abdominis working again. And we're going to exhale, bring the chin to the chest and cross the elbow to the outside edge of the knee. So really crossing here at the midline. Inhale to reach and extend. Exhale, crossing. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale to cross. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale to cross. Inhale, reach, and once again, exhale to cross. Reach and extend. And then slowly bring the hand down, bring the knee back down. And perhaps just take some movements from side to side. Opening up into the hips. And then find yourself back in that engaged tabletop position. So broadening the lower back, broadening in between the shoulder blades. So now I'm going to tuck the left toes under and then just begin to shift the weight forward and back. So nice full breath. Long breath out. Opening up into the calf muscle. Keeping your hip, so your outer hip is still coming down so it's square. And then finding that neutral position. Lift the left leg up. Extend the right arm out. Exhale, gather everything in. Cross the right elbow over the left knee. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, gather everything in. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, gather. Inhale, reach. Exhale, gather. Inhale, reach. Exhale, gather everything in. And inhale, reach. With control, slowly come all the way back. Take the hips from side to side and now bring your knees out nice and wide, the big toes together. Look forward, come up onto the fingertips. Walk the fingers forward so you can find some length into the sides of the body. And then ground your palms as you slowly bring the forehead down but keep that engagement within the arms. So the arms integrate back into the shoulder sockets as the eyes of the elbows begin to turn towards the ceiling. Keep the seal of the hand with the fingertips spread wide. So that opposition of forces as you draw the tailbone back, the crown of the head feels as if it's lengthening forward like a tortoise out of its shell. So keep the shoulders back with that shell. Deep breath in. And long breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the gaze up between your thumbs. Tuck your toes. Keep a generous bend in your knees as you press the hips up and the stomach back to the thighs. Slowly begin to straighten through the legs and perhaps walk through the knees. That feels good. And find stillness for a breath or two. I'm going to inhale to lift the right leg up with control, and then exhale, bend the knee and stack the hips over to the left. Try and keep the weight even between your hands, your shoulders square. Inhale, bring the leg back. And then bring your knee towards your left elbow, so crossing across the midline of the body. Exhale, extend the leg up. Inhale, bring your knee towards your nose. And this time step the foot in between the hands. So I'm just going to come into a low lunge to start with. Reach your arms all the way up. The tailbone is drawing down and you're getting this lift from your center of your pelvis up towards the navel. Continue that line of energy all the way up to the fingertips. Inhale. And we're going to exhale to twist towards the right. Reach the right hand back and the left arm forward. Really reach through the fingertips, so as if they're pulling the arms even further away from one another. Inhale, reach the arms back up to the center. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. And exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Bring the hands down. And then tuck the left toes. Keep your left hand where it is and reach the right arm up to the ceiling. So we're creating a nice full open twist here. Really spiraling through the axis of the spine, but at the same time you're engaging through the legs. So that's facilitating that movement and cultivating strength. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands down inside the foot. I'm going to walk the hands over as you turn your toes and come all the way over to the opposite side of the mat. Press back into downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So inhale, come to lift your left leg up to the sky. And then exhale, bend the knee and stack the hips over to the right. Keeping the strength in the arms, the broadening between the shoulders, as well as the shoulders coming down towards your hips, or up towards your hips. Inhale. Exhale, bring the leg back to the center. Bend your knee, bring your knee to your right elbow, so across the midline twist. Exhale, elevating the leg back to the ceiling. Inhale, bring your knee towards your nose, gather everything in. Step the foot in between the hands, lower your right knee, and slide the top of the foot away. Inhale, reach and extend the arms up. Draw the tailbone under. Lift up all the way through the midline. Extend at the same time. Draw down through the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, right arm forward, left hand back. And bring the gaze towards the left thumb if it feels okay on the neck. Inhale, reach the arms up to the center. And exhale, twist towards the right. Right hand back, left hand forward. Inhaling up, twisting over to the left. Inhale up, twist over to the right. Inhale, lift up. Bring both palms down, frame the front foot, tuck the right toes, and then inhale, reach the left arm up. Press back through the left heel. Make sure the right knee is stacking on top of the right heel. Nice and solid through the legs to allow that twist in the upper body. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And exhale, bring the hand all the way down. Bring both hands inside the foot and walk to the center, this time setting up for a wide-legged fold. So make sure your feet are parallel to the edges of the mat, but they're also parallel to each other. We want some nice solid foundation through the outer edges of the feet. Inhale, take the fingertips directly under your shoulders. Draw the hips back. Feel the navel move in and up. So there's no sort of concaving through the lower back, but it's lifting. Really feel the engagement through the outer thighs, but also into the outer hip flexors. So really begin to engage that as you lift the kneecaps up into the thighs. Exhale, slowly come to fold over the legs. So maybe the crown of the head comes down. Maybe the crown of the head is lifted. So it's not so much about how deep you fold, but it's about how you fold. So keeping the length through the spine is the most important thing here, as well as keeping that engagement into the legs to facilitate the length into the spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, you're going to bring yourself up slightly and then take the right hand over to the left, either ankle or outer edge of the leg. Take your left hand over to the inside of the right thigh. So you're twisting here. Maybe allow a bit of a deeper fold, but make sure the legs are supporting you and the hips are not popping out to the left side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Release this side and try the same on the right side. So your right hand is going to swim over and catch hold of the left thigh or hip crease. Inhale, twist, exhale, inhale, exhale. Notice if the weight's fully shifted back into the heels, try and bring it forward. One more breath in. And release the hands. Take the hands under your shoulders, lengthen through the spine, and now bend through your knees. So you're releasing that kind of lock of your knees, the muscles around your knees. And then walk all the way back to the original side of the mat. Step back into down dog. Take a nice long breath in, open up the space in between the shoulder blades and draw the shoulder blades up to the hips. Drawing the navel in and up, so Uddiyana Bandha, that energy lock, lifting up through the midline. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring your gaze up in between your hands. Come right up onto your tiptoes and come into plank. From plank, we're going to lift the right leg, bend that knee and bring it over to the left elbow. Exhaling back. Inhale, left elbow. Exhaling back. This time, bring it to the left elbow. Slide that leg all the way through. Come to the inside edge of the of the left foot. So you can extend and reach into Wild Thing here, or you can come down onto your sit bones and then come up. Keep control, keep steadiness, deep breath. Exhale, bring the left hand down, make your way back onto the balls of the left toes, and then make your way up into three-legged dog. Deep breath in, and long breath out. Release that leg all the way back down. So cultivating the breath, re-establishing that firm connection between the hands and the feet, that length in between the vertebrae of the spine. Inhale, come up onto your tiptoes and make your way into plank. You're going to lift the left leg, bring the knee to the right elbow, exhaling back. Inhale to left elbow, exhaling back. Inhale to left elbow, this time extend the leg out long. So remember, you can come straight down here as you come to the inside edge of the right foot, or make your way straight up into Wild Thing. Reach the right arm back overhead, elevate the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, deep breath in, and exhale. Bring the right hand down, make your way up onto the right tiptoes, and then come up and back, three-legged dog. And then come to release that foot down. So you might bring your stance slightly shorter, so maybe bring the feet a little bit closer so that you can have a bit more connection with the feet. I'm going to try coming up onto the right fingertips and then taking them back towards the outer left leg or the heel and twisting. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Release that palm down. And trying the same for the other side. So coming up onto your left fingertips, twisting to the right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Come back into down dog. Come up onto your tiptoes. Take the knees out nice and wide. Make your way back into child's pose. Just taking a nice full breath in. Long breath out. Inhaling. And exhale. Come to walk the hands all the way up towards your body. Make your way to a comfortable seated position. So you can either stay on your shins here or you can take a cross-legged position. You're going to come to extend the arms out nice and wide. Draw your shoulder blades down back. And then bring the right arm under the left. Grab hold of opposite shoulder. So you can either stay here or you can come to full eagle arms. Either press the backs of the hands together or cross twice to full Guru Dasana arms. And I'm going to inhale to lift and slide the arms up. Try and open up the space in between the shoulder blades, and then exhale, drawing down. So imagine there's some resistance here as you move through. Inhale, lift. So resisting your own movement. Exhale, down. Inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, drawing down. Inhale to lift. And exhale, come back to the center. Unravel through the arms. Reach the arms back out. Really open up through the chest, lengthen through the spine, keep the shoulder blades down. And then this time come to take the left arm under the right. So grabbing hold of opposite shoulders, trying to stack the elbows here. And then either staying here or coming to eagle arms on this side. So either pressing the backs of the hands together or crossing for Guru Dasana arms. Inhale to lift. And exhale to resist as you sink. Inhale to lift. Exhale to sink. Deep breath to lift. Exhale, sink. And inhale, come back to the center. And come to unravel. Take a moment to stretch out once again. And release the arms all the way down. So you're going to come to bring your legs out nice and long now. So a couple of options here. You can either keep your right leg extended. And I'll show you the first stage. So if you bend your left knee, And then cross that foot over to the outer edge of the right thigh. So either keep your right leg extended, or you can bend that knee and bring the heel towards the opposite sit bone. And then we're going to find some height, some length, some lift, drawing down through the shoulder blades. You've got this sensation of rolling down to the buttocks, and then a lift all the way through the midline of the body. I'm going to take the left arm all the way across and either hook it inside as you swim the right arm back, keep the length through the spine, and maybe take the gaze a bit further over the right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep engaging through the feet. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Release the arms all the way back. Press down through your hands and come to switch legs. So perhaps starting off with your left leg out nice and long. Find some height and then see how it feels to perhaps bend through the left knee. I want the toes to be engaged here, really sealing down through the feet. Inhale, lift and extend. Reach the right arm forward. Swim the left fingertips back as you bend the right elbow and hook it inside the leg. Find the twist coming from the rib cage rather than utilizing the placement of the hand and the arm to kind of force the twist round. Turn the gaze over the left shoulder if it's comfortable on the head and neck. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, focus on the length. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Release the arms. Come all the way back, and now come to find your comfortable seated position. Come to close down the eyes. Find some height through the back body, drawing down through your sit bones. The openness of the pelvis, allowing a bit more height and length to come right from the coccyx, the very base of the spine, all the way up through the vertebrae to the crown of the head. Find that evenness of breath once again. I'm going to take the same breathing practice that we did at the very start. So if you use your left hand to start with, and either take the index finger and middle finger to the forehead or inside the palm, cover your right nostril. Breathe equally in and out 3 times through the left side. Once you've completed that, releasing that hand, breathing equally through both nostrils 3 times. And then doing the same for the right side, covering your left nostril, breathing in and out equally 3 times through the right nostril. And then coming to release that side. So as you breathe equally now through both nostrils, noticing any shifts, any changes, perhaps casting the mind just as a quick reminder of how it felt at the beginning of the practice. So now coming full circle and how it feels at this side of the practice. How does the breath feel in the body? And how is the breath received by the body. And just allow your breath now to come to a more natural state, a more unconscious awareness of the breath. And tracing through the body from your seat, so from your legs, from your hips, and coming all the way up the body to just notice how it feels, any sensations, anywhere that might need a bit more attention, permission to let go. Can the jaw relax? Can the cheeks soften? And can the gaze become soft behind closed eyes? And coming to bring your hands together by the heart and take a moment to bow the head towards the hands. To thank yourself for allowing this time and this space for you to practice, for you to cultivate awareness, to cultivate breath, to cultivate nourishment within the body, and of course to cultivate balance. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please feel free to share this video, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, or to like this video. All feedback is gratefully received. Thank you, and see you next time.